My name is Tylluan Penry. I'm a solitary pagan witch. I'm an author and the founder of the Wolf and Howl Press. And today's little chat is another one about using magical tools, and this time about using a staff. Now, we all want to look like Gandalf when we use a staff. You know, everybody wants to look impressive and wise and have this great big staff with a glowing crystal on the top or what have you. And yes, it would be rather nice, wouldn't it? But we can't normally do that, and staffs come in many shapes and sizes, and one of the easiest to get hold of is a walking stick, and they come in all shapes and sizes certainly, and sometimes if you go around little shops where they have a few things that are handmade, you will find some that have animal heads and all sorts of things, marvellous twisted ones where the honeysuckle has grown round the wood and made this lovely barley, what do they call it, a barley sugar twist, barley twist? I don't know. Anyway, that's the sort of thing, and you do have to be creative with them. I mean, you can make your own if you feel up to it, and if you don't, well, why not give it a try anyway? And of course, you can also you can adapt them. I had a very lovely one, very thin. It was too thin, really. This lovely stick, a very tall one, with a fox's head on the front. But the trouble with the fox's head was that the person who'd made it had just sort of dug out two little dips for eyes. And every time I used this stuff, it used to feel wrong somehow. It felt as though my poor little fox was blind. He couldn't see where he was going. And I used to think, well, given my eyesight has so many problems, we don't need him being blind as well. So, what I did one day, I got these little jewels, the sort of things they stick on children's shoes, you know, where they're flat on the back and sparkling, and I gave him two eyes. I stuck one here and there. And he's been very happy ever since, my little foxy. And, you know, now when I use him, I never have that terrible sense of sadness, and I never have that sense that he can't see where he's going. He can see a lot more than I can. And this is a matter of being creative, and I do stress being creative a lot, because being creative unleashes your inner self, if you like. It unleashes the subconscious. It shuts down the everyday nonsense that we get bombarded with. You know, if you're creative, you're not reading junky things in the newspaper. You're not watching junky things on television. You're actually concentrating on what you're doing. And of course, I'm sorry, I've got a cold, as you can probably guess. Of course, that gives you a little bit more time to concentrate what you're doing. Your subconscious wakes up a bit and starts taking an interest. That's why it matters. But back to why we use the staff. Now, rather foolishly, when I started this talk, I'd forgotten to bring a staff out, and I'm not going to stop now and go and get one. So we shall use a biro. Nothing like being creative. It's the same principle, though. And one of the things I find really, really helps with a staff is tapping it. Like that. You can tap it. Sometimes you get an instinct for the tap that's required, the rhythm. And if you don't, then I would suggest you tap it like a heartbeat. So you get... It's not a very good biro for this, never mind, we'll try again. Like that. Every time I tap it, the thing keeps going in. Tap it like a heartbeat. And I find that's really, really good. And what I find with it is a staff helps you, for me anyway, it helps me bring things towards me, and it helps me push things away. So you're standing there and you tap it like that, and you're mentally thinking of drawing something towards you. And I tend to do that on a very deep, very long in-breath. So I breathe in, tap my staff like this, and I'm breathing in, and mentally I'm thinking about, hello Noah, mentally I'm thinking about what it is I want to bring towards me. And of course you can use it in the opposite way, where you take a very long out breath and you're tapping away and you're blowing away whatever it is you don't want coming towards you. trouble or difficulties or what have you. So that's one useful way of trying to get your staff, trying to use it. Animals respond very well to you using a staff. There is an element of tapping a stick like this, and it seems to send vibrations along the ground to them. And I find it quite useful for trying to direct dogs to go where I want them to go. No substitute for having them on a lead, of course, but it is useful if you've got some dog in your garden and you really don't want it coming in anymore or something like that. It's almost setting up a vibration that tries to send it away. Can be useful. Worth a try, which is what all these little videos are about. They're encouraging you to give things a try. Look, this worked for me, it might work for you. Might not, might be rubbish. But it has worked for me, otherwise I wouldn't be suggesting it. Anyway, I hope you take something away from this video and enjoy it. And, have fun with it. And thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.